Welcome into another episode of the Leeward Islands career mode. Today taking on Guyana Cricket Club. We've got a lot of people in the West Indies ODI team. Cooper with a maiden call-up, Mitchell with a maiden call-up, and Gittins as well. So there's a wee bit of depth that's going to be tested here. You guys were last here for that disappointing defeat early to Jamaica. We had a draw with Barbados. They got through to 449 with Lyndon with a massive 183. He always gets runs against us. So good. 23 fours and 3 sixes. McCaskey 65, a really solid knock. Baptiste, Worrell, Durridge and Simmons hung round with Lyndon scoring the bulk of the runs. Marley 4 for 94. Cooper with 3 for 33, career best figures, just the part-timer. And Chad Peters 2 for 84 were the standouts in that innings. Got through to 416. It was a very much a lower order effort. Chad Peters and Marley putting on a big stand of 123, with Peters 81 of 137, 9 fours and a 6, Marley 60 of 111, 5 fours and a 6. Top scorer of Mitchell with 83 there. So 4 for Bartholomew and Jordan, and 2 for Walsh. 207 for 9, they declared Barbados. Gave us a little bit of time to try and save the match. 4 for 68 for Peters, had a really good match. 2 for Marley and Mitchell. Gittins 1 for 26 there. And 107 for 1 with Cooper 54 not out and Paul 46. Be interesting to see if Cooper, Mitchell or Giddens get a debut. The other very capable players. So we've had to sort of improvise. Foster and Brown. Brown has opened quite a bit before. He's very experienced these days, Jamal Brown. 2 test matches for the West Indies too. Pelton Paul, Carson Murray 3 and 4. Andrew at 5. Crafton at 6. Taking the gloves today instead of Mitchell. Hooper, who's a relatively reasonable good replacement here. 350s in his career so far in 6 matches. Peters, Marley, Joseph. Zari Joseph back, didn't get called into the West Indies ODI team, so we will be going with that. So this will be a good match. It is overcast. We will look at the conditions and we'll bowl first, looking to extract anything out of the surface. We'll just tone the aggression down a bit. We'll just get that pitched up. Young Mitchell has had some reasonable success. He's been very economical with not the big rewarder wickets. Just got to get in the right channels. Marley to Chandapal. Chandapal gets that away for 4. We don't have those highlights on usually. This is a good delivery from Marley, and Abraham has departed here. Good delivery. Just good discipline so far with the ball. And Mitchell will get it in the right channels, and Chandapal will be out. So 14 is the score. Joseph and Peters in now. They will just bring the lengths back a wee bit. Just got to get in the right channels. Sorry, Joseph will be looking to prove a point, so look to him to get some wickets here today. Sinclair will depart for 34. Mandel is someone to really look out for. Baldev Mandel, he's had a great season. Great find for the Guyana Cricket Club. Take Chad Peters out of the attack. We'll get Hooper in. Going to play the role of Giddens today. Do need a breakthrough. Mandel looking good. Ryan Allen looking quite good as well. Partnership starting to form. Chad Peters coming back. Very expensive for a spell, but he has immediately come back and done Mandel for pace. And a key wicket. Out for 92 off 103 deliveries. 10 fours, 1 6. Very much was dominating the proceedings. 231 for 4 after 60. So the run rate's pretty healthy at the moment. We're just going to try and just tidy that up a wee bit. If we can. 245 for 4 in the second session. Guyana Cricket Club in control of this game so far. Might up the aggression stakes a wee bit. Hooper. Couple of overs, some spin from Carson Murray. Just try and break some things up. 322 for 4 after 80. Allen's moved to 123 for 181. Mahan is looking very good as well on 49. So we'll give the new ball to Azari Joseph, and Azari Joseph will immediately break through. Now for 123. Carson Murray's 2 overs, none for 15, has not really paid off. Chad Peters will take the ball at the other end, going for a bit of pace. He's drawn the edge there. It's got delivery from Azari Joseph, and Chemo Paul will be dismissed. Experienced Chemo Paul, and yeah, Azari Joseph just showing his class at domestic level now, just getting into his stride a little bit. Another wicket. It's 1 for 75 for Peters. Not his best work of the day. Have to give Azari Joseph a bit of a rest. And they've amassed 374 for 7 after 1 day, so a day to remember. For the Goanna Cricket Club, we need to sort of strike, and we're just not been able to do it at the moment. Hooper, he'll have to get through some more overs. And that is a Joseph Pfeiffer. Joseph will go for 6 for now, and that is a good catch in the end. 6 for 122. Give him a bit of a rest. Marley's 1 for 114. Tough day for him. Looks like Azari Joseph will be the man that will get that last wicket. No, Mitchell will get it. Mitchell hasn't bowled too badly. He's toured away. Archibald gone for 43. So that's a good innings from Colin Archibald. He did play for us at one point, yeah. Just sort of moved him on pretty quickly. It's a handy score, and that's a monumental score. 532 of 136 overs. 2 big hundreds. Mandel with 92. The tail wagging as well. It just was a tough day. Joseph really did well there. Like, he definitely needed to prove a point. He's had a pretty rough test season. Jamal Brown and Foster. Foster in some reasonable form. Brown not so much. It's going to be nice to fill the role with Cooper getting a surprise call up. Hasn't had much game time. Played a lot for the seconds this season. Yeah, with a few players away, it just gives other people opportunities, you know, like to just get that experience that's required. I'll be keeping an eye out for the West Indies games to see if we have any potential debutants. I think Giddens has deserved a spot. So has Mitchell, but Cooper not so much. But he hopefully will take it. Real talent in the West Indies at the moment. Just trying to build them up as well as get this career mode really lifting off. 56 without losses. Just exactly the start we needed. Brown will get that away for 4. 60 without loss after 20 overs. A pretty good thing there. West Indies beat India by 5 wickets. Mitchell amongst the runs. Good to see Mitchell amongst the runs. That is really good. 77 of 45. That's a memorable debut. Gittins got a debut as well. How did Gittins go with the ball? 1 for 64. Hey, at least he's got a debut anyway. Like, he's a very capable all-rounder. That's good. India are a very strong side usually. Probably taken the second match as well while we're in this match. Hopefully some of them get contracted to the West Indies as well. It just means our Leeward Islands team has a bit more breathing space in terms of with budget too. Because we usually struggle with budgets in this game. Foster, that's a good shot. Cleared the boundary. Not a bad opener, Foster, actually. Like another player that could be looked at in the next few seasons. 850s, 100, average of 45. Small sample size, so he needs to continue that on for many seasons to come in. But another 50 is 9th 50 at first class level, 100 to his name. We want to get that conversion rate a bit better. He's out for 52, so he just lost his concentration there, and the first wicket falls. We're going to need some significant partnerships here if we are to sort of draw this game. Good shot from Brown. Should be pretty safe there. And that's 50 for Jamal Brown. He desperately needed that 50. He really badly out of touch. Pelton Paul. What a season for Pelton Paul. Really, really stepped up this season. Carson Murray in particular. Had a lot of good development there. Both openers have gone after the good hard work. 54 for 147 there, Carson Murray and Pelton Paul. The bowling's just a few years away from, I think, being like a complete bowling unit. Interesting, a lot of young guys to build that attack up. We've got to ditch the guys that get picked up for the West Indies. I think it's Ari Joseph, if he's on the outer from the West Indies, he'll be a valuable asset in our team. Just highlighted with that 6 for 126. And meanwhile, back to the batting. Pelton Paul, just a few lovely boundaries to kickstart his innings. In a day to 146 for 2. Brown and Foster getting 50s and getting out. A lot of work to do still. It's rocking off the back foot's a good stroke. Not going to win the match. It's just a case of probably getting a draw again. Learn how to bowl teams out a bit better. 173 for 2. Oh, that's a cracking delivery from Moti. He's a good spinner, that guy. He's out for 27. Carson Murray brings Jackson Andrews to the crease with an average of 56 to his name. It's a good shot from Andrew. First class specialist. He'd be aiming for more opportunities. It's just a shame the league's only 5 games long every season. Rocks that away for 4. That's a good stroke. Taking the new ball. That's 50 for Pelton Paul. He tried to smash that and he's got nothing on it. But yet again, he crosses 50 for the season. Incredible run. Look at that rain of form he's had. He's getting that average up all the time. If he gets it above 40, then it's starting to seriously look like a good average. He's only 20 years of age, Pelton Paul, too, so the more opportunities he gets, the better. It's a good drive down the ground, that is. Andrew. Crafton and Hooper getting opportunities today to try and step up. 224 for 3. Can we bat the majority of this game out? That is it's going to be interesting. We need another 154 runs to make them bat again. Taking on the fielder. That's a dicey run from Andrew, but he'll get through. 39 for 112 for him. Very quiet. So is Pelton Paul. Batting some considerable time out of the game. For 3. It's a good shot from Pelton Paul. He beats the sort of the third man there. That was, I suppose it was a diciest shot, but that's a shot and control, that one. 265 for 3, and then the 105th over. Been slow going. They know the task at hand, so Andrew will race through for a 50. Well batted. Can these two maintain this for a little bit? Oh, that is just a stroke of authority from Pelton Paul. That's a 6 out of nowhere. Brings the reverse sweep out. Controls that pretty well. That is a nice boundary. 450s in the innings so far for the Leeward Islands. It's been a case of really just been bowling and not straying too much from the length, and just some good cricket from the batsman. Trying to whip that out big time. Archibald's a bit of a surprise one. He is bowler that should be bowling a lot more. It's very surprising that he's only bowled 6 overs. Good user record partnership for Andrew and Paul here. Tierville Day 3, 296 for 3. Trailing by 236. This game is definitely petering towards a draw at the moment. If they made the bet again, it's practically not going to be enough time, I don't think, to force a result. Just got to keep working hard here, though, for our sake. Oh, that's a good spin. Delivery from... He's not the more dangerous of any of the bowlers. He's creating those chances. Paul finds the gap. It's a good shot. Moves to 97. Oh, that's a good delivery from Fraser, forcing him to play a miss. And Pelton Paul with another 100. He's a young superstar in the making. And that is his second 100 at the level. He's got his average above 40 now. He's really rocketing up that average across all formats. Very special player here at the club. Given plenty of opportunities to develop his game, and he's really coming on this season. 329 for 3. And finally the breakthrough. Andrew will go, but he's been part of a good partnership. Out for 78 of 239 deliveries. Brings Clifford Craft into the crease. Just in his 4th game. Some opportunities may arise to Crafton with Mitchell on international duty. Just want some time batted out of the game completely. Just don't want any chance for Guana Cricket Club to take some points here. Few successful breakthroughs towards the Session 3, Crafton out for 11. Brings Hooper in. Hooper will probably look to score relatively quickly. 350 up. Trail by 181 now. Pelton Paul continue to do what he's doing best, is just getting it round the field and working the old boundary out for himself. But he's trapped LBW2, so the wickets are tumbling now for the Leeward Islands. Paul go for 117. Chad Peters in now. No, Chad Peters can frustrate opposition with how he bats. Well, just the 8 overs. It's so bizarre for a frontline seamer. Good shot from Hooper again. He's scoring quite freely. Like he's more of a batting all-rounder, I'd have to say. 385 for 6. Peters is gone. He's got the edge. Moti very successful. 5 for 105. Got to get him back in the West Indies lineup. He's just such a good player. Into day 3. 385 for 7. Lead of 147. So, yeah, the game's probably definitely petering towards a draw. That's a shot to start day 4. Big 6. 5 for 105. Marley contribute some key runs. 250s in his career so far. And 400 up to the Leeward Islands. Been good batting in the 2 recent games anyway, considering how much runs were conceded. Just going to continue to scrap along here. Just bowl as long as they can. And Moti with a 6 wicket. Just try and really take this game away. It might be a quick declaration with Guana Cricket Club if they do get us out. Oh, look at that spin! Sinkley, what a beautiful delivery. Out for 4. 406 for 9. And that's it. 7 for Moti. That is a good delivery. Out for 34, Hooper. Good wee 34. The key innings were at the top of the order. 126 we trail by. But yeah, 7 for 112 is certainly really good for this guy. Why isn't he not in the West Indian squad? That just baffles me. Marley in. they will be, I think we'll be quite defensive here, just to try and drag this innings out a little bit. Be a very quick declaration, I'd say. Marley's going at 5s, Joseph in. Got the edge, Chanderpool out for 11. 41 or 47 for Abraham, he's scoring quite freely. Peters will strike as well, that's 4 wickets. Mandel gone. Gone for 5. Sorry, Joseph looking at a 10-for for the game. And he will get a 10-for for the game. Good bowling from Azari Joseph. So it's a 5-for. Back-to-back 5-fors in the innings. Chad Peters looking quite good as well. There's a tumbling here. They have batted pretty averagely in this innings. 130 for 8. 256 the lead. We'll just bat sensibly here. We just not in range to probably challenge the score, especially with a deteriorating pitch. Good shot. Jamal Brown looks like he's sort of back at his best. A few strikes that he's played. Foster. Yeah, just a good fight, some good fighting qualities from the Leeward Island side. We haven't perfected the 4-day game just yet. I believe guys getting experience all the time. It's going to help as Foster departs for 11. Pelton Paul. Just making sure we bat the 2-hour session out, really. Oh, that's good delivery from Chemo Paul. Trats Brown, he's gone for 7. Carson Murray in now. Be a tricky wee session to navigate here. Drives that on the up. Skipper. Want to improve his average a little bit. 450s and 100, average 34. The average near the 40s. Up for 9. Going to improve that average today. Control. Pelton Paul trying to get through the end of the session. Glad we didn't really go for it. It's just the pitch is just doing too much. It's a good stroke. One stroke shows how good Pelton Paul really is. 31 off 84. Andrew will sweep that away. That is a lovely stroke. 88 for 3. 92 for 3. Powerful shot, 4 runs. Smashed. That's down the ground. That is 4. It's just petering out towards a draw. Can Pelton Paul get a 50? He will get a 50. Well batted Pelton Paul backs up that 100 with a good match-saving 50. Very nice. And a very hard foot match draw. Trinidad and Tobago probably won the title too, just based on, yeah, they can't be surpassed. But we can finish in a decent position here. Like, we've been third a lot in the last few seasons, and a few runner-up places in the trophy, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, pretty happy with how the season's pandering out here at the moment. We've got one last game, Windward Islands, which will be played offline. Really looking forward to playing that. And then we've got the season review. That'll be coming up.